Yes, my people, I'm just gonna do a quick market review. I didn't actually trade today, so I don't actually know what went on. But right now, this is 3 o'clock, and if we just zoom out, it looks like price was bullish, took out some lows, continued being bullish, and now we're potentially pushing higher. You might not be able to see on the 15 minute, but if I just go to the 1 hour, then it is much more clear where this could have been your zone, and within this zone, you had one, two, three. What did price do? Price swept 4, 5, and price now starting to push back higher. Obviously, price is below the SMA, so you wouldn't be trying to take a trade once until prices come back above the SMA. But obviously, this is the 1 hour, but you could potentially use this as your buyers and carry on looking for longs. So if you go to the 5 minute and you see what's going on, and I just zoom out again, technically we have taken out this high because this is my protected high. So we've had that market structure break. We've had that market structure break. Yeah. So within this market structure break, this is my last down. This is my last down up move. So ironically, if I'm looking for a bounce, it's going to be from this area here, which is my Sandia. And obviously you have this as your 1, this as your 2, obviously 3 at the time, and then you're looking for 4 and 5. So if we just let price play out, and I mean, if I go to the 1, then this is also a zone that you could be looking for, because I know a lot of you trade on the 1 minute. So yeah, so if you just let price play out, okay, so technically based on the 1, we have our new zone here, and what's the time now? Okay, this is my new zone over here. So now we tapped into the zone here, and I think this is the trade that Daniel took, and then obviously price took him out. But this is what happens when you're going to use the what's it called, your 1 minute as, this is what happens when you're going to use 1 minute as zones. And I think this is where, yeah, price dance. But I will explain that in the winning and losses. I'll send a link after, once I'm done with this. But this is what happens when you're using 1 minute zones. You're not using higher time frame zones to try catch the trade. But yeah, because look how much liquidity, look how much things that price could potentially want to seek first before taking us up. As potentially this could be your 1, this could be your 2, this could be your 3. Obviously price could want to tap into something in here and then shoot up again. I'll explain the video in another one. If I check out gold, because there was nothing on NQ to be fair, so if I check out gold, it's the same thing really, where got to 3 o'clock. So we go to 3 o'clock, price is clearly bullish based off the 1 hour chart, as we had this market structure break over here, and we had this S&D over there. So there's always a possibility that price might want to tap into this and then continue higher. Let me just remove all of that stuff over there. And you could also have this as your 1, that as your 2, that as your 3. You know, we already have 4. I'm potentially looking for 5 to take us higher. But also this low could also be your sweep, where price might want to now tap into this area here and then start making its way back up. It really depends. Like, again, I don't make the rules. So again, this is the 1 hour chart. If we go down to the 5 minute, look at my SMA. Price is bearish. So just because my 1 hour is bullish, that doesn't mean my lower time frame is also going to be bullish. So right now price is bearish due to the SMA. So instead of me trying to look for longs, what am I going to start doing? I'm going to be looking for shorts. Or I can wait for price to flip back up, and then I catch the longs in continuation of my higher time frame. And then, we don't quite get the sweep. I thought we did, but either way, we had this area, and then you could put as 1, 2, 3, wait for sweep, 4, 5, and then price takes you potentially lower, or you could have this as your 1, that as your 2, 3, wait for sweep, 4, 5, and hopefully price takes you lower. So can you see how just by being patient, and understanding where price is in terms of SMA and market structure, you're now able to be on the right side of the market? Because if we go to the 1 hour, what do we know price does? Price has to expand, pull back, expand, pull back. So clearly right now, what's price doing? Price is in a pullback leg. Price is in a pullback leg. The pullback leg, where it wants to pull back, potentially tap into something, and start making its way back up. But until then, if my lower time frame is still bearish, because even if we go to my 1 minute, if my lower time frame is still bearish, what am I going to be doing? I'm either going to wait for price to flip bullish, or I can catch the shorts, right? Because the SMA is telling me that price is also potentially bearish. Again, guys, I don't make the rules. This is what I've learned, and this is what I give to you guys. There's no secret sauce to it. It's just me seeing a setup and then me trading a setup. And then for EU, I want GU, sorry, because there's nothing on the EU. So for GU, let's just check the morning session. 8 o'clock. Okay. So for GU, price is actually no. Let's go to 1 hour. So again, G is kind of stuck in that range, but overall, if we're looking at things, we took out this high, and then we took out this high, and then technically, so technically we are overall we are still bullish. We tapped into this wick fractal one time, price shot up, but anywho, I would say overall price is bullish based off my 1 hour chart. If I go to my 5 minute, price is also bullish. So what I'll be looking for? I'll be looking for potential zones within here to take me higher. So I could have it like this, where so I can have it like this, where potentially this is my 1, 2, 3, price sweeps, 4, 5, and then obviously remember, look, price is below the SMA, so I wouldn't try and force a trade. I'll just wait, be patient. You could say we tapped into this wick fractal ever so slightly. It's probably not the best. You could potentially say that we tapped into this area here ever so slightly. Again, it's not the best, but if you have a story behind the potential trade that you wanted to take, then so be it. And obviously, look, price was above the SMA. What did we do? We tapped this wick fractal. We tapped this area of supply, wicked it, respected the SMA. You could even say that this was SBS model 1, where this is your 1, that's your 2, this is your 3. Look, price swept 4, 5, and then obviously you would enter off potentially a buy stop below this low there, and then that's your 2R trade right there, and then that could be your trade for the morning session in GU. You could also say that price took out this high, price has now tapped into this SNDR, price is now also bullish from the SMAs, and then now potentially I could take the trade higher. If that doesn't interest me, I could always narrow things down and move it to here. Let price play out. So we don't quite tap, do we? So we don't quite tap, but price is moving higher. We're consolidating, and then look, price just keeps moving higher. And You could say again, this is probably not the best one, but that's your one, that's your two, that's your three. Price obviously clearly swept. We're kind of hovering above the SMAs. Potentially could have got liquidated, and then price shoots higher. We don't quite tap the 618. I think we tapped the 50%. Yeah, so we have actually tapped the 50%. So from this area here, you could start looking for longs. So if we go down to the 1 minute, can you see how? See, this is why I love trading, man. Can you see how all of this funny business, the minute you go to the 1 minute, we're kind of playing with the SMA, and then the minute we've actually mitigated the 50%, you see how we've closed above both the SMAs, and then now potentially you could look for a trade. You see that? But yeah, like again, I don't make the rules. These are just things that happen over and over and over again. And let me see. Yeah. So that could potentially be a trade from the 50% to take you higher, quick 1-to-1. Obviously, we've already had this sweep. We kind of needed a bit of some manipulation, fill this imbalance, liquidity a couple more people, and let price shot up. So that could be a trade for the morning. I mean, not morning because it's 3 o'clock now. Yeah, that could be a trade throughout the morning, to be fair. And then now we've come to 3 o'clock, and then now it's the same thing. This is my new zone here. You let price play out. We sweep. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, potentially 5. Again, if I want to narrow it down, I could do it like that. We tap the 618. We tap the 618, and then let's see how price does. And then this is the current price. Price just taps your 1 hour trade, and then now you could potentially move a stop to break even. So now you've been stopped out, but no loss there. Or potentially you would have taken out some partials that are 1-to-1, move a stop to break even, and then see how price plays out. This is the current market, guys. I can't do anything about it. And then yeah, that's it for today. I'll go over Daniel's trade in a minute, guys. But always remember, guys, victory belongs to the most tenacious. I'll see you guys very soon. Ciao.